Hello guys, this video is taking it way back to the basics, okay? I have a lot of videos on my channel that utilize QR code technology, and in this video I'm taking it all the way back to the basics just to show you simply how the heck to make a QR code using any URL or link, okay? So if you searched how to make a QR code and you ended up here and you are looking for like basic QR code for dummies, not saying you're a dummy, but sometimes you just want like a 1, 2, 3 basic thing, then you're in the right place, okay? So all we need for this tutorial is the link that you want to make into a QR code and a free Canva account. You do not need to upgrade to Canva Pro to use this tutorial, but if you do want a Canva Pro account, I will say I think it is worth every freaking penny. This channel is full of Canva tutorials, and I try to make my tutorials not require a Canva Pro account, but it will always make it easier if you have one, and you'll have access to way more features and way more photos and fonts and all that good stuff if you have Canva Pro, but you don't need it for this video. So use the link in the description of this video to get your free Canva account today. And once you do that, then I will meet you in Canva. All right, so now we are in Canva. So we're gonna go in the upper right-hand corner and click Create a New Design. And I will just do logo because the shape of the logo is really simple. It's just a square. So we're not gonna actually make a logo, but we have a nice square thing to put your square QR code in because that's what we're making is a QR code. So then you'll notice over here on the left-hand side of the screen, there is, if you keep scrolling down to the bottom, a section that says QR code. So just click on that square right there, and then you're going to paste in your URL. So I didn't have a URL prepared, but I'm just gonna do BrittanyNew.com. And you can put the www, you can put the HTTP, it doesn't really matter. Just whatever you would want to type up here into the URL bar is what you put here. And whether you put, HTTP or not, it's gonna get you there. So that's all you do for the URL. And it has this QR code preview right here. So if you want to change the way the QR code looks, you can also modify and customize the design of it by clicking Customize, and then you can change the background color. Don't forget you have to choose a color that has enough contrast for a camera to be able to pick up the QR code scan. So where you can't do like a dark gray on a black like this because there's not going to be enough contrast to actually pick up the QR code with the camera. So if you want to do a color and you have a black QR code, then choose a light color, or if you want to reverse it, like you want to do a dark background color like black, if you're using like a black surface, then make the QR code actually white. You can also modify the width of the margin here, so you can do that to make it smaller or bigger, but I wouldn't really recommend messing with this. I just leave like a little 2 margin so that there's kind of a border, but you can also change the size of it as you are, printing the QR code or whatever you're gonna do with it. So then after you've done that, click Generate QR Code, and it's gonna pop up on your screen. So again, if you wanna make it larger or smaller, I would suggest making it like full size here because you're just gonna save this image and then transfer it onto whatever you're actually making. And this is gonna be your high quality QR code image. So then to save your QR code, all you're gonna do is go Share and then scroll down where it says Download, and then you can save it as any of these file types. I would recommend PNG, which is the best kind of quality photos, or JPEG is a smaller file size for photos, but let's just do PNG. And then if you had Canva Pro, you could scale up the quality or scale it down if you wanted to, but we're just gonna leave it at 500 because it doesn't really matter, and download it. And now you've got your QR code here. So here is what my QR code looks like. It's all blown up, huge, and I will scan it with my phone and show you guys how it works. So if you have an iPhone, the camera automatically has a QR code scanner in it, but if you have an Android, you might need to use a different app if they didn't update the software to have it automatic as they should. So now that you know how to make a QR code, I'm just gonna list off some different uses for QR codes that you might already be familiar with, or maybe you aren't familiar with, because there's really so much that you can do with QR codes, and you can really get creative with different tools or even marketing strategies for your business or for your household. So one one of my favorite uses for a QR code, which happens to be my most popular YouTube video on this channel, is making a virtual business card. You can find the link in the description, or I'll put a card right here if you haven't seen the virtual business card tutorial. Another use for QR codes that you've probably seen around the world is on cafe menus. So maybe if you have a cafe or a restaurant and you don't want to distribute a menu to every single customer, you could just put a QR code on the table, laminate it, tape it down. Or some people are even doing like laser engraved items that are QR codes, like a block of wood that kind of sits on the table and you can scan it, and those look really cool. I'll try to get a photo of one of those online. Another good use for QR codes is just like anytime you want to print something out and communicate to people how to find you on social media without having to tell them your whole social media name or your social media link or your website name or your website link for marketing purposes. So maybe you're handing out brochures, or maybe it's the virtual business card, or maybe you are sponsoring an event and there's going to be a projection screen and you want to have your social media or your website QR coded on the projection so that people can just scan it from wherever they are. They do this at my church all the time, where they'll have like something on the screen, some kind of resource, and then everyone in the congregation can take out their phone and scan the QR code from their seat so that they can pull up the link that they're trying to send you without having to actually put the whole link on there, especially if the link is going to be really long and complicated. Another use that I love is for invitation RSVPs. So a lot of times you're going to mail out an invitation to a wedding or a party, and you want to put a link for them to RSVP to the event or get more information about the event online. So instead of putting out a website or a link or something like that, you can put a QR code and then you can say scan to RSVP. I did that for one of my friends, helping her throw her birthday party, and we did QR codes on the birthday invitations as well as these little festival passes that we made. And on the festival passes, the QR code linked to an Instagram filter so that people could take customized photos at the birthday party, and it was a really cute way to use QR codes to make the event just more special. So yeah, there's all kinds of funky uses for QR codes. You can get as creative as you can think of. Stickers that you can put out in the world. You could create a stencil that's a QR code and spray paint it onto a surface so people can scan it. Some people are even getting QR code tattoos. I'm gonna try to find a picture of somebody's QR code tattoo. I wouldn't recommend doing that though, because who knows how long QR codes are gonna be used. And it's just a trend given the technology that we have available to us today. Who knows, 10 years down the road, we might all be using Google Glasses and you can just click the link with your eyeballs. We might have chips implanted in our brains, and then you're just gonna be able to have the whole internet uploaded in your brain and you won't need links at all. I don't know, but right now QR codes are definitely still useful, and I hope this video helped you make a QR code out of any link or URL. So like I said, I have tons of tutorials on my channel, but for this video I wanted to take it all the way back to the basics, and I want to do a lot more basic videos like this because Canva is such an amazing tool and there's really so much you can do with it, but some people are really overwhelmed by everything there is to do and know on Canva, and people ask me all the time if I can help them understand how to use Canva, show them basic things and advanced things. So I'm actually developing a course that's going to be called the Canva Crash Course, and if you want to enroll in that, then use the link in the description to get more information on that. And if you found this tutorial helpful, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more design tutorials and also some lifestyle content. I live in Barcelona and I'm a graphic designer and entrepreneur, so subscribe to my channel to see more of what I do and my lifestyle as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!